All right, welcome back. I'm going to walk you through the steps of how to do the drawing assignment, drawing 02, which is essentially your character and a very simple scene for your character to be in. Most important thing we'll be learning is symbol creation, and even more important is nesting symbols. And we're going to be doing a lot of nesting of symbols throughout the semester. But this is your very first introduction on how to get it done. All right, so open up Adobe Animate, click Full HD. It opens a new project, 1920 by 1080, and I'm going to change my frame rate to 24. Always get in that habit. Double click the hand to make your stage fill the screen, fill your work area. You might want to go and change your workspace if you don't like your workspace. I like the classic workspace. It works for one screen really, really well. All right, the other thing I like to do, especially, again, another good habit to get into is to save your projects right away. So File, Save As, and it's going to ask you for untitled.fla, untitled2 in this case, but I don't want that. So I'll get rid of the untitled, and I'll call it drawing 02 and your name, so that when I download the projects, I can easily find yours. All right, and save it wherever you want to save stuff. You probably want to create a folder somewhere on your computer, and then put all of your Adobe Animate files, and they're called FLAs. And that's old. That's like a Word document is called a .docx. The FLA comes from when the software used to be called Flash. So that's why it's a strange file name. Okay, save. And I'm just saving mine to my desktop. So as you can see, drawing 02 right here. Right? And I'm just going to draw my character. I'm going to use the same sort of technique that I used to draw the little alien dude. So I'm just going to draw that again. And basically, you want to just turn everything into a symbol that you think you might animate. Okay, simple as that. Okay, the head, an ear. Okay, get my selection tool, V on the keyboard, F8. Name it well. Okay, alien head. Then get my oval tool again, choose a different color, and there's his nose. Okay, maybe a little bit big, Q on the keyboard, and I can scale it down a tiny bit. F8. Alien nose, click OK, put it into place. Okay, gotta make an eye. Hold down the Shift key to get a perfect circle. V on the keyboard, select, Alt drag a copy, Q on the keyboard. To get the selection tool, scale it down a little bit. V on the keyboard to get rid of the regular selection tool. I'm going to make that yellow. Oops, sorry. I'm going to make that yellow circle black. And that's the pupil. Okay, deselect, get my brush, change my brush size, 38's fine, and select white, and put a little sparkle in the eye. V on the keyboard, back to the selection tool, highlight all the pieces, F8, alien eye, click OK, put it into place. If I want one eye, that's fine. If I want two, you can just simply Alt drag another one, right? But one is good enough for me right now. Okay, circle tool, draw the mouth, draw a circle, V on the keyboard to switch to my selection, cut the circle in half, delete the half that I don't want, and then manipulate the mouth. Function F8, sorry, just F8, alien mouth. Click OK, put it into place. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to nest all of these into the character's head. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these 4 symbols that I just created. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take all 4 of these symbols and nest them. Function F8, alien nested head. Okay, and so that way all the pieces are safe and sound inside of the head. Now if I double click this symbol, I can go inside of it. Double click, 1, 2, okay? So now I'm back inside of the symbol, and then I could, and you can see from this breadcrumb trail where you are, okay? And from here I'm going to right click and distribute those symbols to layers, individual layers. Okay, and as you can see, it took everything that was on layer 1 and added a layer and named it for you. Okay, and that's really, really handy because it saves a bunch of time. All right, so now all these pieces are nice and safe and sound inside the head, the nested head symbol, and they're distributed to layers in preparation for animation. Okay, so come back, click on scene 1, and come back to your main timeline. All right, and as you can see, your main timeline is different than the timeline inside of the symbol, and that's a huge. That's really, really cool. So we'll talk about how that works later. All right, so in the next video, we will go through the process of creating a body and then nesting that, and then doing the scenery and nesting all of that together too. All right, see you in a few minutes.